Guess who's coming to dinner tonight? Guess who's coming to dinner tonight?
Hey, how's it going? I went to start a show today, and then there was a little thing in my coffee. I don't know what it was. I didn't want to find out. So you'll have to wait. It's the way it goes. How's it going, Rob? I can't hear a freaking thing you're saying to me and right now, but you sound better than ever. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, do what Santa says and make sure you like the video. Don't worry on this one. Rob won't be messing the show up with this jibber jabber. You know, we're going full Star Wars Meg here. No jibber jabber today. Still can't hear you. Is that Meg reveal? That is oh wait, back there behind him. Hey Meg, how's it going? Kaden says, anyone have an extra death stick? No, we don't do the death sticks here, dude. We Zola. Yes, there you are. Hey. Listen to you, that chocolate voice.
My chocolate sweaty balls.
Yeah. So
Cringe.
Right. That's what we call him. We call him Dr. Cringe. All right, Rob, do you want to do the news about what's coming and that kind of jazz first, or do you want to look at the episode guide first?
News.
The news first. Here we go. Okay. Oh, by the way, just a little thing that you might think is funny. Like I was talking to Bestman about it, and he had no idea. I don't think that planet's called fucking Fresno. Does that sound fucking stupid to you? Living in Southern California as long as you did? No, that's
nope.
like.
No, because I got to drive through Fortuna every fucking time I go to Arizona. And it's right where they shot the fucking Return of the Jedi, so it's not like he dug that out of fucking childhood memory, you know?
Right.
So, yeah.
All right. So Gilroy was on the Empire Magazine podcast, and I didn't have time to clip the audio today, so here's like the notes from it. And that's Gilroy to Empire. Chapter 7 is very interesting, is what he says. And chapters 8, 9, and 10 are another arc. The end is a two-parter. So I kind of find it funny because yesterday we're all like, hey, listen, man, there's fucking 3-parters here, and you need to get on with the 3-parter. You need to get the fuck off the 3-parter train, and we'll see you at the station, bitch. Like that was the attitude yesterday, which has been true up until Gilroy's like, oh, well, episode 7's a standalone, basically.
Well, I've said before, it's paced more like a book. And so when you have scene sequel in a book, one chapter, a series of chapters can be the scene and then the sequel. The scene is when shit happens. The sequel is the aftermath and dealing what happens. So it sounds like 7 is the aftermath of 6, right? And then the scene, then, you know, maybe 8 and 9 set up the next big scene. You know,
maybe. Yeah. That's the most reasoned guess. We could go to the flashback with the clones. It could be a flashback episode for some weird reason.
Shit. That could be very interesting.
Yeah, it could go that way. Fuck, it could actually be all 3 of these things. It could be the next day, a flashback, and then where we're going, like setting up the course.
What if it's just Cyril eating cereal for a episode? You know, Cyril.
He's like at this point,
it's like Kramer versus Kramer. He's like divorcing. His mom still by the way, you don't know this. His mom still buys him the little boxes. So, you know, he's left down to the kicks and the honey smacks, you know. And
I'm going to say, I think he's
soggy.
I think he's the other kind of Kramer, though, that would say a bad word at a comedy show.
No.
So
the character, not the actor.
The character, not the actor. The actor seems cool. The actor seems like he'd be like, "Hey, man, you know, I got this cool beard, and, you know, like, hey, you want to fuck her, dude? She's my wife, but you know what, dude? We're all fucking spirit. Maybe in the last life, you guys were together. Maybe in the next one, you'll be together. Maybe we'll all be together."
Little known fact: that actor also has a rap name, but it's Marty. And so
Marty
we gotta
and-
get him, gotta get him and that other cat together, bro. Like,
yeah. Can we be? We'll be slick. We'll be Slick Rick and Jordy. I'll let you be.
Rick.
I'll be Jordy. I'll be Jordy
89.
from Nope. I'll be Jordy from Nope. Was it not the guy's name, Jordy? Is that the monkey?
Yes.
Oh, it was Gordy. Yeah. It was Gordy. All right, I'll be Gordy. Slick Rick and Gordy. So yeah. So the next one's going to be another weird one. It sounds like that will it upset the tempo or not? I have no idea. But hey, there we go. But keep taking that Zoloft. It's good for you, especially if you need it. Okay. Then we got this little list here. We got our directors, and this is where it's look, one director, one writer, one writer to rule them all. So next episode is Benjamin Caron and Stephen Schiff writing. So definitely going to be a little weird one there. And
interesting.
You know, we had that source. Now, I've said it a lot of times, but just to qualify it again, because I've seen it paraphrased other places, that source believes the prison arc is over 2 episodes. And Gilroy confirms that the last part is 2 parts. So if those things align, the prison could be the very end, which would be sort of unexpected, but the prison break could be the very end of the whole thing. So
yeah, you know, Susan White, come to find out, she's in her 60s, man. She's a pro.
Yeah.
She directed the last 3 episodes. Yeah, like she directed an episode of Rock Empire, but just a shitload of fucking British film.
I saw on Star Wars Leaks that Tony Gilroy yelled at her, and he directed all of it because it was amateur hour with that young piece of sweet ass. I'm not even kidding. No, they are fucking. They are. Somebody was trying to paint that picture there, and they're all like, "Oh shit, dude, fuck, man, really?"
62-year-old British woman's not going to put up with that. Just like
no, she would. She would
get Maggie Smith right in the face with the foot. There's the coffee cup, like you know, like the Lebowski gets hit with the cup when the sheriff just flings the cup. It's my favorite. Punk. We don't like your car, Lebowski.
2 switchblades. It should cross me. It's tea time, motherfucker. You know,
Butter
yeah,
knives.
butter knives.
Butter knives.
She fucking flings some fucking sugar, like some sugar for the tea in his eyes. She's like, yeah,
it's a proper beatdown. A proper beatdown.
yeah,
proper.
But
and
so
then that actor jumps in and starts freestyling, you know,
right?
Right over the fight.
But
like,
so
that would be great.
So after that, Toby Haynes does 3 with Bo Williamson, Williman writing all 3 at Willamon Mothma, right? Come on, you could do
it's
it,
the
buddy.
Man version of Lululemon.
That should have been Mon Mothma's husband's name, Bo Willamon Mothma.
He looks like a bow.
Oh, hello, I'm Bo Willamon Mothma, and I'm here to liberate your galaxy from this here oppression. Right? Maybe.
No, but yeah,
Okay.
It looks like a bow. He's got the man bow. The man bow. Yeah.
And then Benjamin comes back. Benjamin's back, baby. And he does the final 2-parter. So, you know, I gotta say, I mean, it could go either way, but with Benjamin doing 7, 11, and 12, there could be a reality where, or a structure, I should say, where what happens in 7 could go anywhere in the narrative. And it was maybe meant to be episode 10. And then they decided it was more intriguing to give us that earlier knowledge at that point in the series. I'm just throwing it out there. During development, that might have been the case. But it is a different writer, so it could just be that Benjamin wanted his 3 and took the odd men out and took the finale, you know? But that's unexpected. I mean, we knew this, but forgot, and it was unexpected. And then big thanks
we'll
to
have it all
Bespin.
Figured out by Thanksgiving.
Right? Yeah. Well, I'll be thankful for the show or not. I think I will be. You know.
We live in a world where people are like, yeah, Boba Fett was actually pretty good. I'm like, oh, fuck these people, man. You know, just can't deal with it. Like,
No, I mean, well, I mean, like, I'm gonna stick up for it for once. Watching Boba Fett is still like more fun than watching most things, like most things on basic TV that are or streaming stuff. Like most shit I watch on
you gotta watch
Netflix.
more anime. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna be watching too much
Oh
live
man,
action.
you just that fucking. It's like those big old tentacle dicks fucking invading planets.
See,
and
again,
shit.
that's your
I'm
Western
kidding.
white boy fucking stereotype. And by the way, I like those tentacles. Fuck you. What?
Yeah, no, honestly,
yeah, you're a little
anime
tentacle puppet.
Yeah, no, I mean, anime is amazing when you connect to it, when you can connect with it, it's great. That's my problem. I either connect with it and I'm all in, or
It's
I just
everything. Thanks for making a real generic compliment.
no.
Like, let me just replace that.
Amazon, okay.
Instant Noodles was amazing when you could connect to it. You know,
that fucking Lord of the Rings show, I could probably watch 8 seasons of that bullshit, but I barely connect to it. Like if it's on, I'm totally cool. I'm just down. I have a fine time watching it, but I'm not like anticipating the next episode. You know what I mean? Though, but that's my point. Is I it's either I'm either obsessed with it or I'm not into it at all when it comes to anime.
I'm watching Mage Master 22 Let's Play Dragon Quest Monsters Joker.
Yeah. Is it true you saw the Page Master in the theater?
Huh? Fuck you. What of it?
Okay. Oh, it's time to do it.
It was that and Fern Gully. It was a double feature. What?
Mm-hmm.
You were there. You saw Fern Gully. Fucking, you know it.
We're doing our Tim wellness check, and he's still dead. Turns out Tim is still dead.
For a minute, I was like, what happened to Ben Affleck? For a brief second. I did that thing. Now they think I'm a white power dude. But I'm trying to fucking Beverly Hills Cop. You know,
comments. Let us know if you think Rob is a white power dude. No, I'm kidding. Don't.
No, don't.
Don't.
And I'm not a Rings of Power dude. You know, I'm not a Powers of the Force collection guy either with the big buff Luke.
Yeah, cock rings the power. It's on the table there. Aldhani. Okay, so once again, thank you to Bestman Bulletin. He pulled all of the images for me for this episode because he's a great fucking dude. He's a great dude.
Yeah.
And
I take back everything I said about you on Reddit.
Are you gonna play Fortnite with us?
Never.
No, see,
look, I'm just not into socialization.
That's weird. I had these in a different order, and I think it might have put them out of order. I
so
didn't.
This has to be the next episode. Like the Empire's like, well, you're fucked now, right?
Yeah, I mean that's definitely coming. It has to. We have to go back to that Aldhani for this. I mean, unless they majorly cut some shit and left it in the trailers, like they did with the Rogue One movie.
Or this is a flashback. This is a flashback, and we see how stormtroopers killed her family. Remember when Terramin was like,
okay,
or not Skeen. Skeen was like, stormtroopers killed her family. Right.
All right. Hear me out here. What's her girlfriend's name? What's her girlfriend's name? The blonde? Val. Is it Val or Val? Whatever. Val. She's okay. So she's back on Coruscant right now, right? We know that she's going to be going there. She's just fucking taking like a bath, She's got the fucking jets on. She's going up to Mon Mothma's apartment. She sees an opening. Then she thinks back. Wonder what she's up to. And she imagines this scene right here, and this happens, and then she gets blown up. Then she's like, "Guess I got to play my cards." And goes in for the Mon Mothma scissor fight. No? Okay. I that's where I saw it going.
What year are you from, dudes? Some Mallrats humor, bro.
Yeah, it is. I watched the first half of Clerks. I watched the first half of Clerks 3. I started to get a bit tired, and I was like, I hit like a logical stopping point. And then when I went to, I needed more sleep, so I went back to sleep, and I watched Kevin Smith on Steve-O. So I'm gonna blame that.
To be fair, Kevin sleeps through most films these days and has to rewatch them anyway. Like every time he goes, a Marvel movie, I don't know. And then like 2 episodes later, you find out that he slept through like most of Shang-Chi. He went back and watched it. Hey, it was pretty good. I got all stuff happened. Like, what happened?
Yeah.
Why didn't you mention that the first time? Oh, I slept through it. So
Right.
he does that all the time. Clone Troopers on Ferrix.
So originally
This has
when
to be
people
new.
when people saw the dark skinned guy right there, they thought it was the guy who died in the last episode, not the commander.
Oh, Terramin.
Terramin, yes. That's what people were thinking initially, and I was like, "Is it?" I didn't actually know. I was like, "I don't know." And then later on, when we figured it out, we're like, "No." So let's think about what random weird thing could this be that it's not. It's probably not this, because I don't think that those guys would march. But I was like, did they get a bunch of clone trooper armor, find it from some reserve somewhere, and drop it all off so that way the people can try to fucking fight the stormtroopers off as clones? Would they do something weird like that? But
like
I don't
clone
think so.
troopers, they look like the helmet right before the final stormtrooper helmet. There's no fins on them. They don't have the weird
those are post
markings.
Those are post Revenge of the Sith clone trooper helmets. They're not the ones from Revenge of the Sith. They're the ones that come right after it.
Right.
I think
so
we saw it in
years,
the Starkiller game, and Force Unleashed might have been the first appearance of those. Somebody could probably correct me on that, though.
So we're still 5 years from Rogue One. So this isn't a flashback. This is now.
No.
I'm willing to bet this is now. No,
this is at least 10 years before the episode opens up.
I say this is now. No.
And we saw the stormtroopers show up in the Bad Batch. In the Bad Batch, we saw.
Don't care about that cartoon. Doesn't.
It does. It does.
I'm telling you, it does.
It does. It does. You're completely wrong. You're wrong.
We're gonna find out from now till Thanksgiving whether I'm wrong or not.
Oh, you're gonna be fucking wrong as fuck.
I got a whole song for it, Jason. Don't worry.
Rob is wrong. Yeah.
Rob is wrong now.
I mean, as a man who had to live and die by the style guide, that's one of the hard, fast rules, unless there's a big, huge plot exception for at Lucasfilm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does matter. They're not just gonna go, you know what'd be fucking sweet, dude? If we had some like clone armor on the stormtrooper, because they were like, fuck it, you know what it is? It's Throwback Thursday. They all get to wear clone trooper armor from 20 years ago or 10, 15 years ago. Yeah.
And
it could be significant.
I'm telling you, this ain't a flashback. I'm telling you, this is now.
It is a flashback, though. It has to be. I mean,
it's not.
There's no one in these scenes who we know.
So we know where it is.
Because if we had somebody who we know, we would know it was in Star Wars modernity for this episode of Andor. Okay. Leviosa. It's Leviosa.
We'll see.
Sorry. But yeah. Anyways, it does seem significant that they have Andor going to juvie. Excuse me, and that is part of sticking to the original stuff. That was like part of his backstory. Way back Wednesdays with the Imperial. Way back Wednesdays. You can wear whatever you want. This is
the Wednesdays, right, on the Mando show, right?
Yeah.
It works.
And then when the First Order shows up, you're able to dress up as a TIE fighter pilot without that red paint on your face if you want to. But so anyways, but that is Ferrix. Those are clones on Ferrix, clone troopers on Ferrix. And it's a whole battalion of them. I don't know. I don't know what a battalion is. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what a squadron is, but there's a fucking load of them. All right. I don't know what's the difference. You know? Yeah.
All right.
You know what? I'm
just gonna pretend I don't know. You know, it's easier that way.
Yeah. Don't educate me. Keep me stupid. All right, so that was supposed to be.
It doesn't matter. In the world of Fortnite, what does it matter? You know, you got a Xenomorph and a Gears of War and a Brie Larson running around. Who cares?
When all of our kids dressed in Brie Larson avatars win World War III, you're gonna be thinking Fortnite for that. Trust me.
Yeah, I hope we win World War III without nukes.
Oh no, we're gonna we're going to use the nukes and it's going to actually transform
No!
us into our Fortnite avatars.
You've been watching way
Mutants.
too much Marvel shit, dude.
I've been watching way too much Rick and Morty.
Yeah. Well, they
all right.
also write Marvel now. So Luthen
So-
meets
I think this could be a big contender for the next episode.
is that a Masasi temple?
Kind of looks like one
Looks
in
like
a way.
one. Kind of looks
but-
like a Masasi temple.
Yeah.
Kind of
So-
looks like it.
But yeah, it's that one's a hard read. We have the black X-wings that they have in Rogue One that they use to escape. Some of them escape, so a few of them get off the planet. Saw Gerrera's just like, nah, it's gonna be cool if I just fucking stand here and like fucking just like fight the fucking thing with my fucking robot tits. I don't know why he does that.
Chicken, you better than Popeyes. No, and he goes, no,
Yeah.
listen to me. Popeyes should
No.
be better. Like
Sir, Borgullet has informed us that Disney now has to deal with KFC, and you can't say that.
Borgullet really does sound like an all-you-can-eat chicken place, though. Like, if you
Oh,
think
yeah.
about it, like,
chicken
get the
gullet.
Borgullet, you know.
It would be cool if they didn't say Borgullet. This went.
It's actually
Oh.
frog's legs. It's not really chicken. That's how they can give you so much for free. You don't know the difference.
Hey, it's good to me, man. But yeah. So this whole Saw Gerrera thing could be there. Luthen doesn't have his magic wig on. Doesn't have his Palpatine wig on, and
I think that's a Masasi temple.
yeah.
Early Yavin base shit right there.
Hmm.
Before
Yeah.
they carve it out and fix it and stuff, like just
What? So here's what. Okay, number one, I don't disagree with you at all in terms of just like how it looks, but the stuff was based off of the stuff in South America, or is it Mexico? I think it's in Mexico. But when they did film that stuff for Rogue One, they used Cardington sheds, which this show easily could have used. And Cardington, what was kind of weird was I have a source who's very into Cardington sheds. It's like the person's hobby. It's just like a Cardington sheds historian, and they watch it pretty closely and tip me off whenever possible, which might be why they didn't use it if they decided not to deal with that shit. But they didn't use Cardington shit, but we did think they were filming something from Star Wars in there at one point, but we never got it confirmed. And if that's the case, it really could be the case. It could be the sense that Cardington sheds could be that stuff could be the inside sets, but they actually filmed inside of this thing here, like this location, this like real place. What's it called? It all starts to fucking be called Little Marlow to me eventually.
I just remember the story. They sent that dude down to Brazil and he had to stand up in that one thing for the one shot. And they made a big
Oh,
deal
right.
about,
Yeah.
like it was a big fucking, now it's like so.
But
I don't remember
but
why they
yeah,
shot it.
but there's all kinds of justifications for it being different, like
Yeah.
Saw Gerrera and his boys might have went there and got set up in a smaller temple, another part of the planet, and then when the rest of the rebels come, they take over the bigger temples because there's more of them.
Before they have 80 million. Where do you think the 80
Right,
million
yeah.
went into?
Yeah.
You could do look, then they get one of those Sith my house up or go force yourself, right? Or flip the force, and these guys
Wait.
come out and they fix the whole temple up and shit for 80 million. We got a renovation project for the rebellion.
I think it's Saw Gerrera on Cribs. He's like, right here's where my boy Two Tubes cuts people.
Yeah, and it's actually the announcer from the pod racers. Like he's doing the flip your house at his renovation shows now. Oh, we got ourselves a little temple. Ooh.
Two Tubes has to have a Scarface shirt on because it's his crib, dude. But anyways, yeah. So we got that coming. That has to fit somewhere in here. We haven't really been able to figure that out. But since 7's such a mystery, maybe it's in 7. And then we got Vale on Ferrix, the Luthen dogfight, and Clea meets somebody on Coruscant. So Vale on Ferrix.
Clea is
wait, really quick.
is Luthen's assistant, right?
Yeah, it could be his girlfriend too.
Not
It's
his
not
wife.
really
No,
clear.
it's not his girl. Yeah.
They fucking stay up together, like live together though. It's really weird, you know.
Yeah, they're buds.
It almost seemed to like imply that was like they have like their apartment is like attached to the shop, and that they like live there. That's kind of because she's like, "You're still up" or something like that in one of the episodes. Yeah, so it was like, it's you know, maybe they just bucking and antiquing, you know, bucking and antiquing. Maybe that's what he did before fascism came to the galaxy. But
You think that Vel
well,
is
wait,
a 10-year younger Vel?
well, that's what I was going to throw out there. Is the question I have for armor people, because I'm not one, is that stormtrooper armor or is that clone trooper armor? And I've seen idiots fight it out. It's the same. You think it's the same ones?
Same troopers, man.
I think it makes sense. Yeah,
that ain't a flashback. That's modern shit. I don't care what was in a cartoon. Like I don't care. I love cartoon. How do I think I shoot cartoon?
Rob,
thing?
Kenobi would have to have clone troopers in it, and it doesn't.
They changed a whole dude's head for Kenobi, and you're arguing about fucking trooper designs. You know what I mean?
Like, Rob, do you really not see the fucking difference between phased out?
Yeah,
I mean,
you know.
Rob, they had a homeless clone trooper on the ground because they don't got jobs no more. Okay, trust me. It could be though. I think what you're saying is smart in the sense that that could be a flashback to Vel and what happened to Vel. The only weirdness about it for me is the coincidental thing that Vel is also from the same planet that Andor is from, unless Luthen was just had his eye on Ferrix, just knowing that was the key to getting everything going that he needed to get going, and maybe he pulled them both from there.
Sleeping with Bix, and she has to go get Bix because that's our connection to Luthen. God,
if Vel's doing that, she's my favorite Star Wars character of all time. One to look up to, a hero. She pulled that off.
All I'm saying is, I'm presenting you guys with options you didn't just already think of your fucking self. I don't live in the group think. I'm riffing here. I'm looking at what we're seeing and doing Rob math, and I get it. Rob math's not very smart, but sometimes I pull out a win.
So, hey, no.
And if not, we got a whole fucking song for the day I'm wrong.
I like where your head's at. But
you think Clea and Vel?
Dude,
all I know is just laying
all I know is Vel. If I were Vel and I had the Force like Vel has, I was a space lesbian. I'd be finger blasting every chick on that show. Do it, Vel. Vel, live your best Star Wars. No, it's not. This is Star Wars. They use blasters.
Vel's last name is Bacon, so it's 7 degrees to Vel Bacon.
Vel Bacon.
Yeah. You could connect any woman in Star Wars to Val if you yeah.
She's like,
I like it.
You look stressed. I think you do a little bit of Valium. Sorry, that was dumb.
All right. Oh, I like that.
I tried.
I like that.
All right. So look, here's the fucking dinner party. Right here, he's watching Val steal his woman. Yeah, do it, Val.
With his man bow up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that guy sucks. But yeah. So this is
you thought Crimson Dawn was going to be in Boba Fett. I was the only one who was like, no fucking way. No fucking way. The whole time, bro. I
didn't think it was going to be, and I explored the discourse.
I explored no fucking way.
I was never like, I was never concrete about it one bit. I was always like, that's what people are saying. It's in the comics. What does it mean? But that shows a lot different than this one. I could see Jon Favreau doing a collaboration with Marvel Comics in how these things talk. I can't see Tony Gilroy being bothered with that bullshit,
100%.
So yeah, and then just gonna throw this out here. I don't think this is happening, but what if this is that dinner party? And two things: either it was cut. We just don't need the dinner party. They just removed it. Just thought, it actually slows things down. We don't need it. We can just go right to the next morning. Or what if it is the same? Because is that the same dress or is that a different dress? I can't remember now. And but if it's the same dress, that would be a big checkbox for it being cut. If it's not the same dress, then It's something different. And her hair is in that same style though, and she does have like the same earring on, for what it's worth, I think. But yeah. But is there a chance we could skip that and then do like a flashback to just a few days before, giving us something that happened at the dinner party that wasn't pertinent that we know at that moment, but is pertinent that we know it now?
That's the thing about a Gilroy-led production. I know
A Gilroy joint,
right?
Mm-hmm.
You just can never. You don't know. You're not gonna be able to predict it. You know, right?
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't really know, do you? Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, it would be kind of confusing, and I can't imagine them going 4 days ago, four rotations ago, you know, or something stupid like that. That seems kind of weird. But yeah. So anyways, there should or could be a dinner party, I think. All right. Now here we got
that could just
prison.
be a new dinner party where everyone's trying to keep up the social norm, even though the empire is getting really fucking crazy and paranoid now, you know? Like, and he's like, how can you keep on the shenanigans when you know that, and she's like, I don't know, you gotta keep up the fucking, we got foundations and the Gormans, and he's like, the Gormans, you know, like, it's just like, and her kid's like, the Gormans too, and she throws her fucking shit, and then they both leave.
Like when we look at like just what the series has even said about how like the Empire uses trauma just to keep on giving it to you, and then so that way you can never focus on something, and it just keeps you like kind of off balance. You know, when that little dude's writing the doctrine. I mean, same thing probably goes for, or not the same thing, but for the elites. Is if you keep those elites really happy with a dinner party every single night, like he wants the life, he's down for it. The people in power aren't going to do anything about it. They're going to let the Empire do whatever they want. No one's bothering. He doesn't even know that his wife is like at war with people.
Spending a lot of time with Baal.
Yeah.
Why have you been spending time with Baal? Yeah.
I mean, for all we know, she's fucking Baal and Vel, right? I mean, that's what he must be thinking. He's like, she's always with this Vel, she's always with this Baal. What about me? What about me and our bratty little fucking kid who sucks? You know?
Bo knows what you
But yeah, so just really quickly, this right here, we heard from somebody who proved to me that they have real connection to the production, that basically these guys in white are building Death Star parts. They work in a little puddle of water, and they have to build these parts fast and in quality. If the quality drops on the assembly line, or they start working too slow, they get a little shock. That's what this person said.
Tony's like, I went and visited the Hasbro action figure production facility in Taiwan. This is what it's like.
And they renamed it to the Hasbro Facility Jones after Rogue One's production.
Yeah, he's like, if they don't make the figures perfectly, they shock them electrically on the feet. Yeah, you gotta say words a little different. I don't. It's not how I would say it, but it's how they say it.
Yeah.
Why do they call it the Black Series when they all wear white, where they make the figures? The figures.
Can we get a drawing of Tony Chilroy after he's done with the show and he just like doesn't care about anything anymore? He's like, cool, man. Yeah, man, I don't care, man. Yeah, go on cameos.
Dude, he just bowls. He's bowling, drinks White Russians. You know? It's on this cool, far out, man.
You know, it'd be cool if we put Grand Admiral Thrawn in that prison, right? Like maybe he has some tickets he didn't pay or something. You want? Hey, what other cameos you guys want? Who else you guys like? You guys like what? You guys like Pruneface? Yeah, Pruneface is in the prison now. That's cool. Tony Chilroy.
Had you gotten that animation thing to fucking work, right? Like efficiently without much effort, right? That critical amount of effort it took to do that one little thing. But had that not been so difficult, you could recreate that scene where the dude has to open up his door and it's his landlord wants to, you know, but it's Kathy trying to tell him, and we know we could put in the money, and he's like, all right, cool, man.
Yeah, that sounds
closes the door.
Sounds fucking cool, man. Yeah, so like we're gonna put Dak in this one. Like Dak's gonna be like, yeah,
Tag
Dak.
and Beak and Dak. Dak's journey.
All right, so so
You
yesterday,
guys pick that screen of Biggs.
I love you, Bestman Bolton. I love you. So yesterday on Star Wars Santa Show, our buddy Baymax said that
Okay,
he
hold
thought
on. No. Before you do all that, I just want you people out there. What is in the background, top left?
the Death Trooper.
No, behind that dude. What's that back there?
The Death Trooper.
The white one.
Why do you gotta bring in race into this every time?
Why is the white one back? I'm bringing it in. What's that one back there?
Hold on.
The far left?
No. You have a good eye. Let me try to go to the image on my computer because I can't zoom. This is a Google Docs presentation. But let's see. Looks like a stormtrooper to me.
It's the same
Truly.
troopers that are in the other shot.
No, I don't
Same
believe
one.
so. I
It's the same
don't
one.
believe so. Yeah, it's a good eye, but I don't
Same
think
one.
so. All right, hold on. I'm screenshotting it. I'm gonna put him over here. It's gonna look a little bit like Bigfoot. Okay.
Good thing we do a lot of UFO analysis. We're
Right.
fully prepared for blurred out shots.
If anybody is ready for this, it's.
Well, can't we just do like enhance? You know, we don't have that shit yet. Fuck. Future
No,
sucks.
I know it's bullshit. Okay, okay, hold on. It's making me do all this work for this, but I'm down for it. All right, I don't. It's the same guys personally. Did it share that? Okay, there it goes. Add to stream.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like a classic stormtrooper to me.
It looks like the same dudes in the other shot. They have the same little goggle thing on front, right there. You can sort of see the little white goggle outline over the eyes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right over to the thing now. You guys can. This is deep analysis, you guys. This is serious now. I have to go.
Analysis.
We are.
I should
Okay,
make George say that so I don't get in trouble. But
Yeah.
Where's George when you need him?
All right.
He's out getting Mongolian barbecue.
Well, no,
you can never get him Fridays.
I mean, I don't think it's the same, but hold on. I'm pulling up the screenshot of that little picture now, and I'm gonna drop it on over here. All right, so
Okay.
see that one right there. So okay,
Yep.
that one right there is looking a little like that. Looks like a classic stormtrooper to me, though, for what it's worth. But that's
It's the same dudes.
Did you say it's the same dudes?
It's the same dudes. Same dudes.
The chest plates is convincing me more than the helmets right now.
It's the same dudes. All right. Well, we'll find out. Probably the very next episode.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to guess, this is all from episode 7.
If I mean, it could be 5 years before or something, you know. It's possible.
They're gonna get me like 5 weeks before they just changed their helmets, Rob. So
Well, no, it shouldn't go that way. No, it really shouldn't go that way. It should be like stormtroopers start coming in. The clone troopers are phased out around, I think, by 5 years after they're done. By the time we get to Star Wars Rebels, they're completely gone.
Let me just give you guys all a little lesson on visual development, okay? When you want to show something visually and have it say a different time period, and you don't want to fucking cram it down everyone's throat verbally, you want to show them, which the show tends to show things. They'd have the fins, or they'd have the weird color markings so that they're visibly different from the clean white uniforms that come later. Those are clean white uniforms. These are clean white uniforms. You know,
well, some jackass named Dewey Williams has a pics of a Stormy on Ferrix. So the stormtroopers are on Ferrix. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I believe him. That's my favorite line from Half Baked. Anyways,
stormtroopers are on Ferrix. Best been sent.
I mean, stormtroopers and Stormtroopers and what do you call it? Stormtroopers and clones are so similar, though. That's why I'm like, you know.
Yeah, those could be stormtroopers. The other ones are just a different type. Like I don't know. I just don't think that scene takes place way in the past. You know, like we thought. And the only reason why I think we initially thought it was because when we first saw the trailer, we saw the dropships. We thought because they look like the clone dropships, the rear of it, we thought those were dropships and these were the. Remember when we did all that fucking math?
Oh, sure.
Math? And it turns out nobody predicted that those ships were corporate security ships. It's just some fucking rent-a-cops on fucking planet who gives a shit who shows up to fucking terrorize the locals and curse. So, like, no one predicted. They all thought for 100% that those were clone trooper dropships, including myself and you. So right now, I'm like, what's the simplest answer? That all of this exists in the same time period, that we're seeing the same shot. They could just be a different deployment of troop.
I mean, right there, though. I mean,
but the body armor is the exact same. The band in the front or the band in the back, it's irrelevant. Like, it's not that big of a difference.
Well, the body armor on those, I'm no armor expert, but the chest piece on that phase of clone trooper into this phase of stormtrooper could just be the same. So since it does evolve into it, it's a possibility. Sure. I'm just throwing it out there design wise. And but we do have the death troopers in that scene too.
Yeah.
And
which will finally shut up the fucking a-holes who go out there going, we get the troopers. We get the troopers.
Oh, Rob.
Star Wars without the troop, like.
By the way, when they were making Rogue One, like I was very frustrated with my boys and my girls at Pinewood who would tell me, "Yeah, mate, we got black stormtroopers," and I'm like, "Are they like these stormtroopers?" Yep. Okay, are they different? Yeah, pretty much the same thing. And then you're like, is it different or not? And then eventually, but eventually one of them's like, well. One thing I forgot to mention is they got all these green lights they shoot around with laser beams. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You can't just forget that. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah.
And
the reflection from the blasters. We know what kills me
no,
it ain't Star Wars.
Rob,
go ahead.
Rob, no, they actually had fucking laser light systems that came out of the helmets that actually worked,
like the Predator lights.
And it turns out in real life, Gareth Edwards went to Area 51 on a vacation during the middle of Rogue One. I don't know why. Maybe things were going bad, but he and a buddy went there, and when they got close to it, they started shining this green light on him, and it freaked him out. And they got and it scared the shit out of him. And then they added the green light because of Area 51 to the troopers. And if you look at the Rogue One packaging, look at the Rogue One. Okay, hold on. I'll pull it up right now just to.
I love that.
One Hasbro package. The original Rogue One toys, I believe, had a remnant of that still in there. Let me see if I could save this. It doesn't really come up too well on this one, but they actually had the guys on there, and like the green light. Some of the stuff would have like green light around, like in the around like the helmets and stuff, and it was because of that they ended up not using any of that. And then Aria says to check DMs. Aria, researcher, colleague, friend, some would say. All right. Oh, yeah, that's right, Aria. You did send. Aria sent this a while ago. We looked at this on the show. I totally forgot about this. Thank you, Aria, for once again exemplifying how wrong Rob generally is on the show. Okay. So we end up with here. I'm gonna put it into that tab so I don't have to reshare. Boom. Here we are. So we end up right here with some of the filming of the riot scenes that is coming. But
it's essentially the fight from Big Trouble in Little China with the yellow team versus the red team.
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. This could be like a really cool marching band. or this might be like they're like union, some kind of union kind of strike. I don't know. Do they wear, would they wear uniforms for a strike? I don't know. But I mean, look at this. The security guys are coming for him. He's like doing a stomp on him.
Prefect my ass, bitch.
Yeah. I mean, maybe those were the actual like police force, that not the corporate security that was placed, you know what I mean? But like the actual police.
Yeah, they're the actual
and they're
guys
with
who want to be the prefect
Ferrex.
in that hotel and shit. Yeah.
No, I'm saying Ferrex's local true police
Ferrex's
force.
local true. Yeah. Those guys wearing the hats with the strap over, those are like Belgium or style cops, right? Like World War One kind of like.
I'm Constable Ferrex. We're all called Constable Ferrex. And then the dudes
wearing yellow are like workers and shit,
right?
Because they're wearing Tim jackets. They're wearing Tims.
And then we got our guys from the Han Solo movie over here, kind of
that guy
like
in the
Riot
Pilgrim
Cooper.
Hat.
Yeah, that's why it was called Pilgrim.
Right.
That's why they called it Pilgrim.
It's got the top little
alien. Hey, there's your alien. For those of you crying about aliens, I think I saw one. And then we got right here. We got Deidre with the clone trooper.
They're all born on different planets on Earth, so technically they're all aliens.
But see, look, the green lights. They're not there anymore.
Why they got a router in the shot? It's not Star Wars if it's got a router in the shot.
Rob, as a man like myself, right on the cusp of not really being a part of the 70s, living through the 80s, but sort of growing up in the 90s, and that we live in a very weird in between generation in a way. How'd you feel about Polaroids were kind of almost dead very quickly. Like we kind of came up in the disposable camera kind of generation more than not.
Yeah.
But my grandparents, I think, had the very fucking Polaroid camera that they used for that Star Charter. And I remember it because as a kid, I used to take batteries, and we didn't have the film for it, but I would use the flash. I like to take the camera and flash it.
One of my crazy uncles, the one that's like Eddie Deasons, right? The Deasons, he would go to all these, what do they call it, garage sales and shit, and he would just buy all this fucking junk. So he just had this house full of like old, like those first Polaroid cameras with the big bulbs. He would just buy the bulbs and the bulb replacers. Like if you wanted to build Star Wars fucking props, you could just raid his fucking house and just piece apart any of this stupid. He had pachinko machines from World War II in there. Like just fucking crazy shit, bro. Just stacked up. Yeah,
we already saw
this
the
folks
shot,
that complain about no stormtroopers being in Star Wars, and you can't have Star Wars without stormtroopers. It's just fucking impossible. It just can never happen. Also, simultaneously claim that the Phantom Menace is really a fucking great Star Wars movie and underappreciated. And last I checked, Jason, I don't think there's a single fucking stormtrooper in the Phantom Menace. Like, right?
I mean, not that I know.
Right?
Look at Mom Mothma.
Right.
Damn, girl.
Just saying, you can make a Star Wars movie without fucking stormtroopers.
All right. So here we are right here. So right here, we do have them for those scenes. It is definitely, I'm convinced it's the Empire. Stormtrooper Empire, not clone troopers, I mean. Imperial Stormtroopers.
Right, so maybe it is a flashback and we see Clem get hung.
But like I said, my theory was that they may juxtapose what happened the first time with what happened the second time. The first time they come in,
it's the only way it works, because if you show a scene and then later, it's just going to get confusing visually. Like you have to place it literally the way they were jumping between Andor's childhood and and Andor leaving the planet again with Luthen. It has to be done like that in some way.
But by the way, if I lived in
Andor,
in Star Wars land, I would always wear this like indoor poncho kind of thing. I think that's like the coolest Star Wars thing. I think that's like my favorite.
Is that a wrestling ring? Like that looks like they're bringing out a wrestling ring.
It's a little tiny one.
It's a little tiny. Yeah, well, in Star Wars they wrestle in a little box. Like.
It turns out Warwick Davis is the Intercontinental Champion of Ferrix. You have to fight him in there for the planet.
They wheel him out like Blaster Master and shit, from Thunderdome. Like, but it's a little ring. Yeah, it's great.
So right here, yeah. Right
Where
there,
were
we
all
got
these
more.
photos last summer? Why are we just getting this shit now? It's best been just sitting on this.
One day you weren't here, and Aria brought those to the show, and we went over it.
Zennials find this move passive aggressive. Just like
I need to save
it.
this. I need to save this image right now and start using it all the time in our featured images. Just of the stormtrooper giving a thumbs up.
Yeah, it's great.
But yeah, so then we've now seen a lot of these, and we can explore post. Every time I say my cat's name, she looks at me like I just told her that her husband died at sea. Ah! Okay. So,
All right, now I changed my mind. In the face of better evidence, right?
yeah.
I
That's
think
how you do
your theory of them flashing between Clem and what happened before and now is the thing that makes the most sense.
makes the most sense to you now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We shall see how it goes though. And then so these are the riots that we just saw being filmed. We just literally saw this from the other side.
Oh, they're
pretty
just
much.
protesting peacefully. Those guys.
Mm-hmm.
They're wearing Kylo Ren masks and shit, like
And then Mothma has meetings in her home. First image is different to the dinner party outfit. So thank you for pointing that out, Mr. Fullerton. Mr. Bulletin, not Fullerton. Mothma has meetings in her home. First image is different to the dinner party outfit. Look at Vel with that hairbrush, looking all good, not like she's eating roots, living on a hammock. Man, I don't know, dude. Would you sleep?
Fat hair.
The ground is probably like super cold, right? But like, if the ground wasn't super cold, would it be more comfortable to sleep on the ground, on the dirt, or to sleep in the hammock? Because that hammock that they had in the thing looked like your fucking knees would be up at your fucking shoulders.
Yeah, but you're gonna get bugs and moisture. And I've had to sleep in a few holes. You want to sleep on a hammock? Just letting you know.
Hey,
they used to make me dig a hole, and then
women aren't called holes, Rob.
In my hole.
We don't condone that on this
that's
show.
That's your bias, not mine. I didn't say.
Oh, okay. It is my bias. I'm kidding.
I'm a bias. It's your bias. I'm a bias. It's your bias. Right.
Gonna put me in the bias tank. Let me tell you about the second best day of my life.
In the bias tank, when you get in the tank and you think of all the breakdown, there's a thing there. I'm not doing it.
So right here we got Cassian returning to Ferris talking to old Minerva.
This makes the most sense that he goes right back, and then there could be the him remembering when he sees it, he's having PTSD. When he sees the Empire there, he could be having PTSD like when he was a kid. The last time this happened.
And maybe that is what pushes him back towards the alliance, towards joining them. Actually, like being like, fuck these people entirely, not being so about the money. Yeah, I could see that happening. I mean, there's always a chance.
Folks, in the face of better evidence, I adjust my positions.
Yeah. No, well, it's better just to stay the course,
like whatever flick. Whatever you gotta do.
I mean, that's why you didn't get vaccinated. So why change it now?
What? No, don't start that rumor.
I know.
Booster, don't even. Let's not fuck around with that one.
No, me and Rob's favorite Jingle All the Way character is Booster.
I got vaccinated and Bix got velinated.
I've been vaccinated 4 times. 4 times.
Yeah.
Arya's striking back. What else? Okay, Arya, what's going on here, Arya? Okay, Arya. Wait, what are these circles, Arya? What are these circles telling us? Is it telling us that they are a stormtrooper? Is that the pattern of a stormtrooper outfit? Is what I think.
Already adjusted my opinion.
Oh, I know, but we also it's not all about you, Rob. Just so you know.
Yes, it is.
she says
the whole reason why Arya's like, I finally caught him. Like
that's true. Arya has said she wants to get you bad. I'm gonna get that guy bad. I'm gonna get him good. Is what she says. I'm gonna get him good. So what Arya is pointing out to us here, because Arya's an expert, clone trooper expert Arya is letting us know that the clone troopers have lines around the leg parts in terms of how the black undersuit goes. So those are definitely stormtroopers around her. So once again, want to get the story straight. We got it straight. Thank you, Arya, for the help. You are the best in the West. Appreciate that. All right. So I think that's it for our slideshow presentation. And now you can let us know what you guys think. If you guys think we are dumb and wrong still. We probably are dumb and wrong still. I mean, it's kind of what we do here. We get dumb,
but we admit
get
it.
wrong.
We like it.
Sure. I mean, I mean, you might. I don't. I'm always right. And then we got this little episode guide thing we can just take a gander at if you guys want to. If you're not scared. Here it goes. Boom. Right here. Episode 6, The One-Eyed Snake.
It's called The Eye. All we see is his mouth. It's weird.
Yeah, so story gallery. And then we got so their smug conversation is interrupted by pilgrims. See, like, you see that? Pilgrims.
I like to think he loads up on the mini marshmallows at the 7-Eleven. Like, that thing is 30% marshmallow. Like, it's not. Yeah. It's not actually coffee.
Oh, he puts like 20% coffee. The rest is Cold Stone Creamery cream that he bought. The Cold Stone flavor. Yeah. But this one I liked because this confirms that the Aldhani are why it was codenamed Pilgrim. Their smug conversations interrupted by pilgrims on their way to watch the eye. So that's why they went with that code. I think that's an old mystery, likely.
And Gilroy, when he was talking to Jeff Goldsmith, alluded, he didn't directly say it, but he alluded that they had planned bigger things with the Aldhani, but because of COVID, they had to reshoot it in a way that, he thought still worked really well, but that was going to be like, probably we see more of that kind of shit, but there was only so much they could do, which is why they shot it in a way where they pared down to 60. Well, there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Like it all worked. Like they found a way to adjust and make that work quite well, but yeah, that's
right.
It's a cool interview.
Yeah. So not that we really needed this confirmation, but Cassian, Andor, and the other rebels discard their Aldhani shepherd disguises, revealing Imperial uniforms. I like a little subtle thing that I noticed in the episode is his frock. I don't know what you call that, but it goes over his chest enough that he's able to close it and hide it. Cassian's is like not really big enough. It's like kind of small. So his stormtrooper armor keeps coming out and he keeps like kind of like trying to hide the armor and the performance
because they didn't
as he's
plan
walking.
on him being there.
So,
it's just
yeah, it's a good detail though, right? I mean, I like the show is very well thought out.
He should have just hit a whole stormtrooper under his coat the whole way. Just shove it up in there.
Yeah,
you could just bust that out.
Vel Sartha and Sintha Kaz make their final preparations for the part of the plan, donning wetsuits to propel across the lake and scale the exterior wall. So nothing really new there. This motherfucker, he talks some shit. He talks some shit other languages that Empire doesn't understand for the most part.
I like to think he's the human version of a minion.
Yeah. I like to think
they take the thing.
I like to think he's like fucking like George. I think he's like the George Carlin of Star Wars, and he's just like fucking saying it how it is all the time, and everybody's like this.
It's called Once Upon a Time because it's a fairy tale, space science fiction.
If you think the Republic is better than the Empire, you are fucking high. The stone-faced Donnie chief greets Commander Jayold Behaz for a tense exchange. I know, God, Jayhold. Jayhold's my new name. That's what I want you guys to call me, Jayhold. As the Empire makes a ceremonial trade of goat hides in exchange for a 3-year lease, you may enter our sacred temple. The chief advises in his native tongue, peace to those who come in peace. I was wondering if it was going to talk about it being
death
stinky.
to the motherfuckers who wish us death. I like it. That's how I read.
So Vel and Zeta place a scrambling charge at the communications tower and rappel down the steps of the dam. After the ritual exchange, Vel convenes with Cassian and the rest of the rebels who have followed the commandant back to base.
Commandant
back to base. Right, Commandant LaForce. Lassard. LaForce is from Mallrats. I'm having a Mallrats day, man. Give me a break.
Jesus, you didn't even watch the movie.
I know. It's those neurons fire. Where the fewest few neurons are fucking popping around my brain. Where they draw their blasters and take the Imperial and his family hostage. Okay. Yeah, I was curious about like why the transponder like goes beep boop bop and then like clicks. Like, does the guy in the tower, does he like jam it and clear the communications as he's hitting buttons, or does it just malfunction? That doesn't really matter, but I'm curious as to what the official reason is.
It was set to a timer.
Yeah, so why not just set it for like the whole day? Anyways, the Imperial Communications Specialists join the Commandant's family as captives, and the insurgents make their way deeper into the base. With all outside communications jammed, Vel and her forces take the commander into his tunnels to their target, the vault containing the Imperial payroll credits.
They said money, it doesn't count. Sorry.
That money looks explosive to me. I don't know why. It just does. Something about it looking like that. Like I feel like it's going to explode all the time.
Looks like those big penny rolls you used to roll up and flip on the ends.
Oh yeah. In the skies above the eye begins in full, a shimmering spectacle of shooting stars. Also, like that they didn't go like all of a sudden. Here's like all of it. They were like, here's a little pew, like when it starts to sprinkle, like rain outside. Like you hit that little sprinkle. That you hit that one drop hits your face. You're like, what? Is it gonna rain? And then
hail you, Bob.
It's cool. all those we come back. All of the Aldhani are dead, wearing white Nikes. Yeah.
You can.
Yeah. Arvel Skeen escape with Cassian in the Rono freighter, while Cinta is left behind. No explanation for why she's left behind. Is it a mistake? In the turbulence of the escape, Nemik is trapped in a pallet of stolen credits, leaving him paralyzed. Their next move will jeopardize the mission, but at Cassian's insistence, the 4 surviving rebels take a detour to Fresno. I can't take that seriously.
It's not totally different.
Yeah, it's not. It has an S, has a Z,
totally
so it's totally
different.
Where a surgeon, Dr. Quadpaw, that's badass, works to save the young man's life, but his efforts come up short.
Thought it was OG.
Gotta say, Dr. Quadpaw's a fucking loser. I can't do shit right. And then while they wait, Skeen reveals his own selfish intentions, suggesting that he and Cassian split the 80 million credits they've just stolen and leave the others behind. Andor shoots him and prepares to leave with only the credits he's owed. So, yeah. And then right here, we see
that was the photo we saw last summer where we're like, oh, it's just like the Macquarie Imperial shit. Yeah,
I think it was Bespin who had that, right? Was it? I don't know if that was Bespin or one of those tabloids, but I'm just going to say Bespin because he's my friend. Imperial pillbox design on Aldhani is based on turret illustrations by Ralph McQuarrie for Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, Episode 5, Chapter 2 Productions, Black Falcon Limited. The orange squares in Colonel Pittigar's rank badge denote his engineering background. Look at Pittigar. You can't impress me. So the Aldhani Garrison troopers use a variation of the standard E11 infantry blaster that has a longer barrel and longer stock. It's based on the E11 rifle seen in Solo: A Star Wars Story, but is a step closer to the later E11, making it a sort of E10.5 rifle. All right. I know. I'd take that, though. I'd take a 0.5. So Dr. Quadpaw's Quonset like hut. I think he said that Quonset.
He celebrates I can't make the
Kwanzaa. Is it Kwanzaa?
No, I don't want to do it.
Intergalactic Kwanzaa.
Quonset.
You know what? You know what? I don't know what that is.
I'm
not gonna pretend.
When you need underground murderous surgery for criminals, you do go to Fresno. Let's be honest. You need some black market surgery. Fresno's not a bad place to go.
I mean, I'm just gonna guess that the next one's gonna be like Dan Fernando. I think that's like
bro,
the next
we already got Dan Tuine. Don't talk shit. Bro.
I know. That's why he made San Fernando Dan Ferrando.
Yeah, Dan Fernando, Dan Tuine, Dan Burbank.
So he has a hut on the planet Fresno. Was photographed in the hamlet of Beaton Common in the English country of Berkshire. Berkshire.
There you
go. As a mark of difference between the Republic, we noticed this back during the trailer. In Imperial Senate, the new Senate pods have the Imperial cog quite prominently displayed.
It's like when the orange turd puts a little presidential seal on everything to make it his. Like,
Yeah.
it's official. It's
Oh, here we go. It's my Space Force.
They put the same stupid little thing on there.
Yeah.
As if they all don't know they're in the Empire. Like, oh, whatever. They don't represent anything but the Empire is what it really is saying, you know.
Yeah, and then they mentioned the Wookiee combat shields, which we saw like in a previous episode, but you know, that's cool. That's cool, I guess. And then right here,
Yeah.
we got the white ladies of Star Wars. I guess that's a new section on StarWars.com. The white women of Star Wars. But yeah, no, I mean the show does a pretty good job with that stuff. But when you see them all here together, that's kind of funny. Then we got the blog. We got a blog
Quake
by
symbol.
Yeah, we got the fucking people cutting up pumpkins and shit. We got Dr. Quadpaw fucking quad jacking it. I like this picture of the Tahani. Is that picture seen bigger? Yeah, like he's like, yeah, that guy's fucking George Carlin. I'm sorry, but that's fucking Space George Carlin. If anybody ever writes a book and they don't write him as Space George Carlin, they're fucking up. Also, I'm pretty sure that his daughters are like witches and that they eat babies. They look like they would eat babies. Just gonna throw that out there. But
Okay.
But I think we did it though, Rob. I think we did a deep dive. We read an episode guide. We had to get Arya out there. We had to get Besman Bulletin out there. Like fucking doing research for the episode. But I think we did it. I think we have some pretty good theories about what's going to happen next, and it's all going to be wrong. That's Space Walter White.
No. It's Space Walter Wiggity White.
Wiggity White.
Wiggity White.
Yeah. It would be like, what's George's name? Walton Lucas. That's Walton White. Walton White is the Star Wars version of that. So, anyways, yeah. I have a few minutes to hit up the chat for a bit. Are you gonna stick around, Rob, for a few minutes? I have to leave here to get the kids pretty soon. So if you want to stick around, but I want to keep you longer than you intend to hang.
I can do 5 more minutes if you're gonna do 5.
Yeah. We'll
see what 30. I'm heading out.
Oh no, I don't have 30 unless I leave the kids waiting at school. Man, there was like one day when they were having an early day and I never got a handout. I never got an email. There was just nothing. And the school called me and they're like, hey, your kids are here. You need to come get them. It's an early day. And I had to go get them. I felt like shit. So I felt so shitty that I started like going through like all of the school emails and stuff. I'm like, they didn't say anything. I finally found it on the district's website. So I sent them a stern email. And I said, hey, I didn't know. I need to know. And then they got the shit together. So you all think Bix is out there getting nasty, or you think she's still not over Timmy the tattletale? I don't know. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Bix is the kind of lady who skims off the top. Bix is the kind of lady who goes out for drinks in secret with her spy thieving ex-boyfriend. I think Bix is fucking living her best life right now. That's what I think. And I mean, and also here's but to actually take this into like a real, an actual like direction. That's not just joking. She's pretty pissed at Tim at the end. And I'm sure as a human, she's sad that he was killed. Right? That said, do you think she hates him at the end? Do you think is she like fuck him at the end though?
I think that's gray area life stuff, conflicted. Like, yeah, but I think
because that does affect how close she would be to knocking boots with Andor when he gets back. Because if she
felt about Anakin.
It's true. It's true. They are in love. I've read the fan fiction before.
He burned his dick off, but man, I miss him. You
know what I mean? Nobody makes my dick burn like you, Obi-Wan, says Anakin. Right?
Jason said that joke.
Yeah, nobody makes my balls feel the fire like you, Obi-Wan. I'm about to have flashbacks to the George Floyd and Breonna Taylor protests with the cops keeping the peace. Yeah, I think that, I mean, this show is being made like in that same time that he was writing the concepts that were coming to our reality. So I don't see any way that like they
And
weren't filming this
also,
and not thinking of the real life history that was going on.
but also for those who want to go, well, Lucas would never do it. The people should go rewatch more American Graffiti. You know what I mean? Which Lucas did shoot.
You
of.
shouldn't, but
And
you
just
should
check
know
out-
it.
And
Yeah.
just check out Harrison Ford's role in that movie. See what old Bob Fett was up to.
I mean,
You know?
yeah. When people like to put, what was that? I can never remember the show, but where the bikers fucking are attacking the fucking people and kill the people at the music at the rock show. Like Lucas is like a cameraman there, like that.
Yeah.
That's
The Hell's Angels.
the Hell's Angels thing. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it was like an event. Was it?
Yeah.
Who was?
He was
Yeah.
doing
Anyways,
documentary work. Yeah.
yeah, he's a cameraman there. The thumbs up trooper is definitely click worthy. I'd click. Right? He's cool, right? Yeah, I gotta save him. We need more acceptable places to wear ponchos, capes, and cloaks. I know. As a kid, this is where I think I had like a fork in the road that I didn't take. Instead, I picked up the fork and ate something. I remember got the action figure of Leia in her poncho, and it had the belt that tied off. And man, I loved that fucking belt tying off the poncho thing. I used to just draw that. I drew like whole fucking like I drew like 15 rebels all with different versions of that, like all together on Andor. And I was like, they should all have this. And I was like, I was mad that the Andor rebel troopers. I'm like, why didn't they get sweet ponchos like Luke Leia, like Luke and Leia? And I'm like, I get why Han doesn't. He wants to be different. But why doesn't everybody have these sweet ponchos?
Our first the first time we did live fire training in basic, my buddy who I grew up with was with me through basic for rando reason. We didn't sign up together. Just life was like, you get to do this together.
Okay.
Too, station when we had to put on because it was rainy out. We had to put on the fucking poncho and tie it up just like they do in Jedi. And he goes, he goes, I get that. I'm like, you motherfucker, still doing it.
I like that story.
From the 4th grade, right? Up into the army wearing the ponchos, like still doing it. So good.
And then
Any win evil.
Just to further our analysis, so that some other YouTuber can make it all concise and whatever. From the ground in the shot is different. The clone grounds look ashy. The stormtrooper scene has the clean brown. So good eyes.
Yeah, good clean
Born identity. My parents had a Polaroid like that, and also a new expensive camera that used film rolls this time. Yeah,
you had to like reel it over. I had that thing where when you clicked it, it would like reel the film. You could feel the film rolling to the next.
I remember my grandma taking a Polaroid picture, shaking it, and somebody going like, "You don't need to shake it, Mildred. It doesn't actually do anything." And Mildred's just like shaking that shit like it's to go out of style. And I was
it's
like,
such a
James
James Thurber moment, dude. James Thurber wrote a book called My Life in Hard Times.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really like these experiences he had as a kid. It was when they first installed electricity, right? And they were his grandparents were afraid that if the electrical light was on but nothing was plugged into the wall, electricity would seep out into the room and kill them all. Like just shit like that, right? You laugh, but like they didn't know. Like,
hey, when I had to do my outside courses, for my undergrad, I did a lot of Cold War studies classes, a lot of stuff about what happened after the fall of the Soviet Union and stuff. But anyways, while reading that, or while doing the readings for those courses, people believed that if we did an atomic bomb in the ocean, it would crack the ocean, and what if it drained it? And I'm not fucking kidding.
well,
I looked it up in newspapers, and it was there hundreds of times, very seriously. What if they drain the ocean with atomic bombs? That's the world we live in. That's not that long ago, you guys. That's not that long ago.
Those people are still in the Senate.
They're still voting. Those people still vote. That's why you have to vote, because you need to nullify their vote. And then
they're voting to take away their fucking Medicare. Yeah, I don't know why.
Greatest Generation Part 2. I had a Polaroid like that camera. Yeah. Polaroid cameras are coming back now. My daughter has a little tiny one that makes like little tiny pictures. You know, have you seen those, Rob? Those little tiny those cameras that they're like half like a quarter size of an original Polaroid, and they're like kind of like adorable. They make these little photos.
I'm gonna say yes, but I can't tell if I'm just picturing that in my head or if I have a legitimate memory right now. Like I'm busy. I don't think I ever used one as a kid, but I have seen one. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Cause I try to keep it real, folks. I don't just say, yeah, I saw some shit when I ain't seen it.
Sure. Yeah.
I know of what you speak.
I do. So, and then once again, thank you, Aria, for the help as always. Mr. Risman, I think that Stormtrooper is Rex. Rex sighting confirmed.
Another Deus Rex Machina, right?
No,
Rex is gonna come in and save the day and never shows up.
And I think at this point, Rex has gone to Rex Town on his own Rex mission.
Won't you take me to Rextown? Won't you take me to?
And then Azure also pointed out, sorry I didn't see this when we were doing this analysis, dude. The color correction between the clone shot and the Stormtrooper one is different. Stormtrooper is a bit more warm. Cloned ones feels older.
You know he's British because he spelled it with a U.
Yeah, or he's pretentious and a pretentious American, whichever. I hated when Foo Fighters did color in the shape and they spelled it like that. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? You were in Nirvana, man.
We only took it out because of newspapers and money. That's it. That's it.
I don't know.
Pay by the letter.
Pay by the letter. I just rewatched the clip. There are two Stormtroopers, not clones. Thank you once again, dude. You were rocking this. I'm so sorry that we didn't see
one
any
word.
Of it.
It's one word, Azure. Learn how to spell.
It's true. I think it's also capitalized for copyright reasons against the Hitler people, against the Nazis. I think that used to be
lawsuit.
That used to be in the
Nazis. You should never be able to sue anybody for
God. What was it? There was another one too, like Pod Racer. I think Pod Racer is written as one word, even though it should be two. It was written as two words, but then they had to mash it together for that reason. I think that's what I heard. So shout out to Megs. Yeah, where was Meg today?
Okay.
We should have made fun of her all day for not being here. Missed that weirdo.
Was she supposed to be here?
She was supposed to be on the show, like leading this whole discussion. No, I'm kidding. She wasn't. No, that'd be. We should start doing that to people that are like, yeah, you agreed. You agreed.
Yeah, go onto her channel and complain. Yeah, ask why she wasn't here.
You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit.
I didn't say. I didn't. I think
the new Blink 182 song is out today, so I think she probably just listen to the Blink 182 on a song called "Edging." I don't know what she might be doing to it, but I'm gonna guess edging.
Okay, that's a big stretch, but all right.
Oh, she made the joke 15 times yesterday on Santa's show. Ari said, I kid you not. When the trader said that one of the rebels was a former stormtrooper, Theory's chat typed, Finn's dad.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that makes sense. But cheer up, Meg. We love you. Where is here is Meg. Meg is here. I need MSW show after the day I've had. Love you guys. Oh, sorry, Meg. You're having a bad day. I hope the Blink 182 song is good for you. And
all the Meg things Jason talks about you. I don't know the rest of the lyrics.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna write the what's the I need the lines for the Star Wars Meg theme song. What's the what are the lines? What's the rhyme? Because right now all I got is Star Wars Meg. She's not Greg. And that sounds like she's not great. And that's not what I mean to say. I don't even know who Greg is.
Gotta work a man into that. I don't think that's good, Jason. Gotta compare her to what she's not. Yeah, she's definitely not a guy. Like
right. We got new Meg run. No. we're at the shop this. You know, we really got it. Really.
Johnny right now is like, it's so simple, guys. Why don't you get it? Like
yeah.
Genius Johnny just has all
Star Wars Meg. She's got two legs. Unlike a guy named Clegg. No, Clegg.
Yeah. Clegg.
Star Wars Meg. She's got two legs. Unlike a one-legged Clegg, who's Anakin's stepdad, and he beats him. He beats him now. Stepdad beats you. Star Wars Meg has two legs. Unlike Clegg, who's Anakin.
The song's gonna be big in Fresno.
Stepdad. Stepdad. Step.
See, now you're just ripping off Batman. Just a rip off of Batman now.
Yeah.
Hey, we like to rip off Batman. Can you do it too?
I really wanted to say nice things about Meg, but all I did was point out that she has 2 legs.
I feel like if we're gonna do a Meg song, we should make fun of a Megadeth song, right?
Megadeth?
Yeah.
Like John Williams' Symphony of Destruction?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. see what I mean, Jason?
Yeah.
We'll whiteboard it.
Yeah, I don't. The riff was easy, but I don't really remember what it was. Like, dun, 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 dun. Is that? Wait. No, it's not E. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. But anyways, oh no, I don't have a guitar now. It broke. But anyways, we're gonna take off now. Call it a weekend. Everybody have a good weekend. Like the video. Leave any comments in the on the bottom here. If you guys see anybody calling us assholes from things that we corrected 5 minutes later as we were doing the analysis, be mean to them in the comments. For once. Stop leaving it to us to be mean to people in the comments. That's your job. Then they unsubscribe. It doesn't help. But all right, we'll be back.
Why does he have a picture of Avatar in the background if it's a Star Wars show? Like, I don't know.
Oh shit, where is my Avatar fucking picture? I have an Avatar picture. I haven't. Oh yeah, here it is. Whenever you bring up Avatar, I'm gonna start doing this.
I like it.
Yeah,
that's all it takes.
These are probably worth like $100 on eBay or something, based off of how that shit when the cons
go. They're worth more than an NFT. I can guarantee you that. Like,
oh, this is your Jason Ward, James Cameron, Avatar, MakingStarWars.net
Ubisoft
NFT. Anybody could screenshot it and just keep it for free though. That's your free NFT of the day. And you can put ramen in it if you want to. He can't. He has no power over that. But anyways,
got me there.
All right, everyone. Have a good weekend. Bye. Have a good weekend, Rob. Have a good weekend, Meg. And hit me up if you need me. I'll be around, just fucking playing Fortnite, being an asshole, writing theme songs about you behind your back. That's gonna be cool. All right, bye. I'm serious. I'm seriously going this time if I can find the end. If I can find it, I can. Daddy can do it. Daddy can do it. Daddy can do it. Daddy can do it.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
You know you should go.
Come on, let's go.
It's not about spaceships.